Hello everyone. This past Sunday my daughter and Bear and I tested out my daughter's new car on the new M81 highway from Bangkok, just north of Bangkok, to Kanchanaburi. Maybe you know it as the River Kwai. The trip normally on the old highway would, if you'd call it a highway, would take about 3 hours. But with this new highway, it took about an hour from one end of the highway to the other. And the cost for the tolls was 150 baht. We left early in the morning, so we didn't get much traffic. But on the way back, there was quite a bit of traffic. It still only took from entry to exit no more than an hour, and that was not exceeding the speed limit. So it is a really comfortable one-day trip. So I've got some highlights of our time spent on Sunday at Kanchanaburi, so please enjoy. On the way to our first stopover route, the road was a very scenic, small road, and it ran alongside the river. But directly opposite, in the first part, there were a lot of Chinese cemeteries. You can see the mounds there with the little gravestone sort of thing, mostly done with marble. I would imagine they would be very expensive. Some of them were very ornate, as well as there being some large cemeteries, but there were a lot of the more private. So I'm not sure if they would bury the whole family there. The pagodas you just saw were more Thai style for putting the cremated remains, but these are the Chinese ones here are actual burial sites. So, and such a nice place to be buried with a view directly opposite of the River Kwai. So I wouldn't say enjoy, but you can see the scenic behind them is a mountain range, and then in front is the river. Also on the way to our next destination are a few caves and temples. Usually the caves and the temples go side by side. The first one is the Tiger Cave Temple, or Wat Tham Sua, and the other one is Wat Tham Khao Noi. There's also Wat Ban Tham, and there's also Crystal Caves, but I think Crystal Caves you might need a guide to go inside. But anyway, we've arrived at our destination, which is the giant rain tree, or they call it the giant monkey pod tree, or the Thai name is the Don Jamjuri. So this is quite a tourist destination, mainly for Thai people, because it's a little bit difficult to get there. But it's very well taken care of. They've put up walkways so people don't walk on the routes. And it's probably worth a visit if you've got a vehicle or access to a vehicle. After our visit to the monkey pod tree, we decided it was time to have a late breakfast or an early lunch. And after searching online, we found a pet-friendly restaurant not far from the monkey pod tree. And it was called the Tree Boundary. And as you can see, it's really nice decor. They just opened. They opened I think at 10 a.m. They hadn't been open long, so we were the only people there. But they said they get quite a good lunchtime crowd in there. They had a mixture of Thai and Western food, and the dishes that we had were delicious. I did take some photos of our food, but I didn't take everything. So we had a nice relaxing time there before heading off to our next destination. One thing I love about Thailand is the ornate street lamp posts. In Kanchanaburi, this is the lamp post that they had in the Ampere Muang. It is the English name is Julian's Golden Carp. The Thai name is Bla Yi Sok. So please excuse my pronunciation. But don't you all love these ornate lampposts if you've ever been to Thailand? We made a brief stop at the Kanchanaburi War Cemetery, where Allied prisoners of war are buried, many of them. There are a lot of Australians there. On the left-hand side, most of them are Australians at the front section, British, Dutch, French, many different nationalities. It's so nice to see that they keep it in the way it is, and it's pretty with all the floral plants and things. Also on that day there were a lot of freshly laid wreaths, and we were wondering why, but I found out later that it was the day before was the anniversary of the surrender of Japan, meaning it was the end of the Second World War. Our next destination was going to be the Hellfire Pass Interpretive Centre in Kanchanaburi. It's quite a way out of the township, and the drive is very scenic. It's through with mountains on either side of us, and driving with tree-lined roads. The trees are teak trees, and you can see, which are so valuable for timber, but they take so long to grow. You're not permitted to cut the trees down these days, but in the past they did ravage the jungles to get these trees. Well, we arrived at the Hellfire Pass Interpretive Centre in Kanchanaburi. This was built and is run by the Australian government, and it commemorates the Allied prisoners of war and Ramusha. Ramusha were the local forced labourers in the construction of the Burma-Thailand railway during World War II. It's a small museum, but it's quite interactive with videos and a lot of images. And from the museum you can walk down to the Hellfire Pass, but it's quite a walk, and they do have golf carts provided for anybody with disabilities or who cannot walk. I was with other people and they couldn't come with me, so I didn't go down there. So you can go and actually walk along the Hellfire Pass and look at the construction, and I think there's some memorials down there, and you can see like the pick marks in the stone and things like that. It was a very sobering but a very well done museum, and I'm really glad that we went there. Well, it was time to head back to Bangkok, but on the way we passed the Sayok Noi waterfall, and we dropped in to have a look. Unfortunately, there wasn't much water, which was surprising. I thought there would have been a lot since this was our rainy season. It was a little bit disappointing, but anyway, we stopped there. But I've been there before, and I've seen it with more water than this. But there, you can have a look at what it is. So pretty much it was a straight journey back with a stop for charging. I hope you enjoyed that short trip out of Bangkok, and in fact it's the first time I've been out in the whole year. I haven't been out of Bangkok except for a trip to Japan in April. That was only a tiny bit because it was only a one-day trip, but there are many things to do in Kanchanaburi. You can spend the whole day in the township exploring the River Kwai Bridge, the War Museum that is actually in the township. It's quite close to the war cemetery, and there are other activities you can do in Kanchanaburi, especially if you want to spend a night or a few nights up there. Lots of accommodation, like resort hotel style accommodation, and river rafts. There's hotel rafts, lots of activities along the river. There's waterfalls, there are dams that you can go to, national parks, a lot to do up there. So maybe take a trip, and as I said, a one-day trip is easy now with the new highway. In the meantime, that's all I have for today. Please do like this video, and I hope you've subscribed already. If not, please hit the subscribe button for me. I'm trying to finish that project that I'm working on, and actually after I get this video video edited and up, I'll be working on it again. So until next week, you have a great day out there, and Sawadee.